Hi, Steve Sandweiss here with a quick explanation for this sample GRE math problem. This problem is presented in a format that the GRE refers to as quantitative comparison, but which we simply call QC. For QC questions, test takers are asked to compare a value in column A to a value in column B. If the value in A is greater, the correct answer would be A. If the value in column B is greater, the correct answer would be B. If the two columns are equal, the correct answer would be C. And if it's not possible to determine the relationship between the columns, the correct answer would be D. Now, this is a somewhat difficult problem, but it involves an elementary concept of statistics known as a normal distribution. You may have heard it referred to as a bell curve, simply because the shape of the curve resembles the shape of a bell. The important point here is that a normal distribution is perfectly symmetrical. Now, the question tells us that the 60th percentile has a value of 650 and the 90th percentile has a value of 850. And what we're being asked to compare is the 75th percentile to the value 750. Many test takers would take a quick look at this problem and choose option C, believing that the two columns are equal. Certainly, option C is encouraged by the fact that on the number line, 75 is located halfway between 60 and 90, and 750 is located halfway between 650 and 850. This is a very typical move on the part of the GRE test makers. They realize that you're likely to be in a hurry and that you're looking for quick ways to make an accurate comparison and to move on to the next question. Unfortunately, the two columns are not equal and C is not the right answer. To understand why, it helps to look at the area underneath the curve. At the 50th percentile, the area below the curve is divided into two equal halves. Similarly, at the 60th percentile, 60% of the area would be to the left and 40% would be to the right. Or at the 90th percentile, 90% of the area would be to the left and 10% would be to the right. So if we want to find the 75th percentile, we're going to need to divide the area that I've outlined here between the 60th and 90th percentiles into two equal halves. So if we go along this axis here and look for roughly the halfway point and draw a line that goes straight up, we can see that the area to the left is greater than the area to the right. So this is not the location of the 75th percentile. To make this work, we're going to need to move this line over just a little bit more to the left in order to divide the area outlined in red into two equal halves, perhaps roughly like this. So if this area is the same as this area, then this would be the location of the 75th percentile, which we can see is a lot closer to 650 than it is to 850. What this means is that the 75th percentile is going to be less than 750, and the answer would be B, not C. Okay, thanks for watching, and please let us know if we can be of further help in preparing you for your GRE exam.